Hey, welcome back. Let's talk about file management and what to do once you take the best photos of your couples after you come back from a wedding day, after photo shoot, whatever it is. Or the easiest way to do file management and kind of how to organize all your photos, your files, specifically like through Lightroom and just everything else, like backing up photos. I'll describe how the process I go through and how I back up my photos once I get back to my office. I work off everything off my little drive, this little drive right here. This is my work drive. Everything that I'm currently working on, it goes through this drive itself. So once I have that drive plugged in, I create a new file name for that wedding I just completed. The main number system is kind of going just your basic 1 through whatever. Go 01, and then I'll do just EDP. I'll do the month, I'll do the day, and then the year, and the score, and then the couple's name, or couple's name and then engagement, so ENG. So let's say my recent one, Danielle and Patrick, or Danny and Patrick. I'll create that file name, just do a basic RAWs folder, and all the SD cards I shot with. One by one, I have 2 card slots that I use on my computer. So one on my Mac Studio and then one with the card reader. So one card out of camera 1, one card out of camera 2. I plug in camera 1 or camera 2, doesn't really matter. Same thing, camera 1, camera 2. Both of those are connected to my computer. And that makes it easier for me to kind of, hey, this is how I start my system. So I shoot backup. So the backup cards that I shoot with, the second 128 for both cameras, I will just grab my extra Pelican case that I have, my backup SD card. So this is my backup number 3 or 4 or whatever it is. So my Pelican case, I'll just open it up and I'll just stack it in here, and it goes with me everywhere I go pretty much. So it stays at home or it stays in my backpack. So that's kind of like my main backup for that. The second pair of SD cards that I have go into that Pelican case. So now that we have all the files imported, once this is imported, I'll kind of just I'll rename, just copy this section, and then we're gonna go to new catalog, because for each wedding I do a new catalog. I'll do new catalog, and then I just create a new catalog for this one. So I'll save it as EDP. We're gonna do that, and then we are gonna go Danielle and Patrick. We're gonna open up the catalog, and then we're gonna go into, once we made that catalog, that's pretty much a new Lightroom catalog, we're gonna go to File, Import Photos and Video. I will go back to the SSD that I copied from my SD cards to the SSD that I work off of. I will go to the couples file or the folder name. All the RAWs that I copied over from the SD cards will show up here, and I just click import. I do a rating system to pick up my files. Photos get imported. I just have a rating system like already on top of that when it imports. So when it imports, all the photos are 3 stars. So all my photos that are 3 stars are kind of just like the base of how I start editing and stuff. So the way I pick out photos is just rate my photos 4 stars. So each photo that I want to send out to the couple, look through each set of photos, and then just click 4, keep going, 4, make sure everything is focused, make sure everybody's smiling, make sure everything is happening the right way. And I'll just go through that, like the whole gallery. 5 stars is like photos I want to post, like on Instagram, or those are like my top photos. And then if I don't want a photo in this like at all, or it's like a out of focus photo or just blurry or something went wrong, I just press 1 and it gets rid of it on my film strip or whatever they call it, the strip. Just easier for me to like see all the photos that I want. So kind of the way I do this is just once I have everything imported, all the photos are selected, it's gonna filter 3 stars and above. So 3, 4, and 5 stars is gonna only show up. So I'll go in 4 star, go, 4 star, go, 4 star. Let's say I don't like a certain photo, it is blurry, something is wrong. I go in, I just press 1, goes away from my filtered section, and it's still there. I haven't deleted it, but it it goes away from my main gallery. Once I have selected all my photos out of the gallery, so I've rated all my photos 4 stars, the ones that I want, it's like I'm happy with it, I'll click 4 stars on the filter. All the photos that I want to edit and to deliver come up in the 4-star section. All the other photos just disappear. It keeps things organized for me, and it helps me see it just helps me just focus on those specific images. It's just kind of like the easiest way for me to see things. Let's say I'm going through the section and I go through it and I say, hey, this is not a focused image, and I need to go back and see other photos from this kind of like set of photos. All I have to do is go back to my filter, click on 3 stars, and I see the rest of the photos from that section of photos. So let's say, hey, this photo is more focused than this photo, so I'm just gonna go 4 stars on this one, 3 stars on this one, go back 4 star, and that photo's back where I want it, like in the main final photos. Again, I'll just continue going through all the photos, and that's kind of how I organize my photos, importing and then organizing while I edit, and kind of that whole system of file management and stuff. So let's say, boom, done. I got all my final photos. I export, going back to my weddings from that same SSD that I'm working from, the couples folder, creating a new folder, naming this one final. This is my final images, the images that I am exporting. Click on that. That's going to be my specific folder that I am exporting. I'm going to rename the photos. I usually do just EDP underscore and then the couple's name, and then just start with the number 1. Video don't touch. File settings, I just keep the quality at 100. JPEG image format. Image sizing, I don't resize, I just keep the resolution 300 pixel. Output sharpening, I just do screen and standard sharpening. Watermarking, no one does that anymore. I hope not. It's very 2000. Pigmenting is just a software I use to resize and make my images. And then post-processing, I do nothing after exporting. Okay, so just import all the photos. I made a Lightroom catalog, copy over all the raws. Before I even started editing, so before the finals and before anything, I'll go in and just press Command C, select this folder, Command C, and go into my second main backup drive, which I use a Synology. I go into that drive, go to weddings 2023, and then just copy paste it to that section. So it creates the same exact copy of my main working drive, so my SSD. So it's an exact copy. Both my Lightroom catalog and my raw files are in that section. In my main Synology backup, so my backup number 2, that stays in my office, I copy over the Lightroom catalog, final folder, and the raws folder. All my photos are there, backed up, done. So now, once this is done, once everything has been delivered, the couple has received the photos, SD cards that I have as my other backup, I just go ahead, go back, make sure I triple check the SD cards, and then just format the card, and I can use the cards again. Once the photo's done, I have it uploaded to Pixieset. Those are another backup that I have. Once the couple gets the photos, they're backed up to my Synology, so I have 2 copies of backups now for all my final photos, pretty much. And that's pretty much it. Simple as that. The biggest thing for out of all this is folder naming and kind of backing up files and managing and organizing all your folders. Going back to my Synology and how I back up all my shoots and photos. Again, I have sectioned off just separate events with different things that I do. So my lifestyle photos is just everything that I do. Weddings is my main work in all my weddings, and then my church folder and everything else. So let's look into weddings folder. I just number it. I number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just so it's the order of the shoot I did. So I kind of filter it that way, where it just shows from the oldest shoot I did to the newest shoot. And I mark it red just to see what I'm working on right now and what's in progress, and things that I have to finish. So that's pretty much it. It's simple as that, and that gives me the ability to go back anytime. Let's say I want to post a photo from a wedding I did in 2022. I go in, look at the date, couple's name, click on their folder, click on the finals photo, or even the raws if I need the raws, and I have everything that I need right there. It's super easy to find every photo that you need. Plus, everything is organized. Everything is neat. When you even look at everything, it's easy on your eyes when looking at everything. So definitely recommend something like this or a system like this, or just try to figure out a system where that's similar to this, where you can always go back, find the files that you need or the photos you need, the folder that you need, go back to it, choose it, pick out the final photos, or even go back to the catalog of like all those photos ready. You go through them, pick everything that you need. It just makes your life super easy. Plus, very important, you have all your couples photos backed up in 3 to 4 different locations. Mine is my main SSD that I work off of. That's my backup number 1. Backup number 2 is pretty much the SD cards that I save with me. It's just another copy that I store away with me as well. And then my Synology is my 3rd backup. And pretty much my 3 main backups are right there. So SSD that I work off of, the SD cards that I back up as well, and my Synology. So 3 places for my backups. So I know if something happens to any of my devices, or let's say worst case scenario, my office burns down, I still have a copy in my SD cards and I still have my SSD. Let's say my backpack for God forbid gets stolen, I have backups too on my Synology. I do have to restart, let's say, but I still have the photos. That's least of my concern. But yeah, hopefully everything makes sense, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace.